Welcome to Project Ventive channel. Please subscribe to this channel. Jibo, the first social robot for the home, made the cover of Time magazine's 25 Best Inventions of 2017 in November. Xuan Che, Jeff Huang, who is pursuing a PhD in human-computer interaction at the School of Information, UMSI, worked in the summer of 2017 on the team that developed the robot's artificial intelligence, AI. Jibo is an animated countertop robot who can express himself through movements. He boasts face recognition technology and can greet you by name when you enter a room. Jibo is highly personalized, says Jeff, who earned his master's degree in human-computer interaction from UMSI in 2013. Jibo is also proactive. When you come home, Alexa doesn't talk to you. Jibo can see you and greet you. For example, he might say, "Happy New Year." This proactive quality can create delightful moments in your everyday life. Jibo is designed to be a companion and assistant at home, he says. Jibo is programmed to be engaging. Research has shown that a more engaging robot like Jibo could support many important applications such as those in the healthcare domain more effectively than computers or smartphones. Jibo has been a few years in the making. The company launched a crowdfunding campaign in 2014. After 3 years of delays, Jibo was finally delivered for sale in November. The price tag, $899. It was a very complex product to design, says Jeff, who ordered his Jibo in 2015 and received his robot in late fall of 2017. Jibo, he says, is the most complex consumer product to date. The robot has 2 cameras in front. One is for visual perception and the other is for taking pictures. Jibo also has touch sensors and 6 microphones to identify and recognize voices. Please subscribe to this channel. 3 motors tilted at different angles are used to enable Jibo's lively movements. Jibo was highly relevant to research that I've done, says Jeff, who is passionate about designing and developing intelligent interactive systems. I've always been very interested to see how you push research projects into the hands of a larger population, how you realize the idea to make a bigger impact. I wanted to join the Jibo team to better learn about the process. It took the iPhone 4 years to become more sophisticated and widely adopted, he says. A similar thing needs to happen with social robots. While Jibo, the future looks bright. Jibo is still the first version and it's constantly being updated. Jibo would be a great companion for the elderly. They might need a reminder to take their medications. Or it could do the same for people with chronic diseases, he says. Education applications, such as storytelling for children, also are possibilities. That's not the future I'm excited about. Given current technology constraints, I'm excited about robots as limited but useful companions at home. I think in 5 to 10 years, robots like Jibo will be much more prevalent and can create a positive impact on our everyday lives. What are the 3 types of Jibo AI machine? I think in 5 to 10 years, robots like Jibo will be much more prevalent and can create a positive impact on our everyday lives. Artificial Narrow Intelligence, ANI, which has a narrow range of abilities. Artificial General Intelligence, AGI, which is on par with human capabilities, or Artificial Superintelligence, ASI, which is more capable than a human. The company behind Jibo, also creatively named Jibo, advertised this $899.99 robot as a new direction for artificial intelligence. Although he may be less intelligent than Alexa and Siri might be, he apparently makes up for it with a personality and dance moves. The company also goes as far as saying that he's smart, but not a know-it-all, and that he's a pretty helpful and friendly. Seeing that they state that he is not a know-it-all and only pretty helpful, shows that they are in fact advertising Jibo as a non-competitive model towards the intelligence of other AI on the market, and is inferior in the sense of that type of practical use. All criticisms aside, why would someone actually want this device? Although the way that this company has approached the development of this robot, prioritizing personality over practicality, is considered by many as the breaking the mold of modern-day AI development, the idea is successful on some fronts. When the device was first announced in 2014, it raised a total of $3 million on a fundraising website called Indiegogo.com and was pitched as the first ever social robot. At the time of Jibo's release, expectations were high. Did the developers deliver? Well, yes and no. There were many different functionalities initially displayed by the developers that Jibo has yet to inherit, such as starting video chats, making phone calls, and ordering food. All of which the developers had promised, and yet, none of which had made the final cut. However, not all hope was lost. Cynthia Breazeal, an associate professor of media arts and sciences at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is the inventor of Jibo and has big dreams and ambitions about the invention, as well as social robots as a whole. She sees that Jibo is more of a catalyst to this new industry of social intelligence, rather than a fully fledged final product. Jibo is a part of the journey towards a robotic social revolution, not necessarily the destination. Essentially, the developers advertised Jibo as a robot that improves through learning. Please subscribe to this channel. She explains that he is not a finished product, but instead a work in progress. She uses this to excuse the fact that Jibo is not as complex or knowledgeable as most other retail artificial intelligence. Recently, in fact, Breezeal's company has upgraded Jibo's software with the ability to play music due to the recent partnership with iHeartRadio. This is a good sign, as it means that the developers have not taken the money and run, and alternatively continued the device's development. Jibo is the friendly cutesy face of a new generation of AI devices aiming to take up position in the heart of your home. It's touch-sensitive, has cameras so it can see you, voice recognition tech to be able to distinguish between one stroppy teenager and another, and a cloud platform where it stores the family photos it takes for you. Privacy? For sure. Who cares about being remotely monitored in your own home when the surveillance terminal in question has such an adorable aura? Jibo blinks. Jibo winks. Jibo swivels hither and thither. Jibo is polite. Jibo is cute as a button. Jibo is also just a vision at this point, with a consumer release of the product not slated till December 2015 and a full public release not till early 2016. But this vision has already pulled in $356,000 plus counting via the Indiegogo crowdfunding platform, with a full month left of its funding campaign to run. The Wall-E marketing video can surely take a big slice of the credit for that. The project is founded by MIT professor and social robotics specialist, Dr. Cynthia Breezeal, drawing on her research to make a commercial bot for the first time, rather than a research robot. So what exactly will Jibo be able to do when it does become a commercial reality, given its makers have already pulled in more than 3.5x their original funding goal, so to have the means to build it? Build a device that's slick enough to genuinely be useful and helpful, is another very open question. We've seen similar Wi-Fi connected devices before, such as the Nabistag Rabbit, which nonetheless didn't manage to go the distance. Jibo is being designed as an open platform that supports third-party applications, so the big vision is for myriad apps, or skills, as they call apps, to extend the functions of this social robot over time. The initial feature set of Jibo is being designed with busy families in mind, so will include being able to act as a telepresence terminal to allow remote family members to take part in a family video call with the bot moving its lenses to keep track of multiple participants, take hands-free photographs and video, including the ability to recognize when people are smiling or otherwise posing and snap a well-composed shot, read messages and calendar reminders to individual family members. Again, based on recognizing the individual so they get their right missives, and the storytelling function that could be used to keep kids entertained, by incorporating graphics and physical movements to enhance the experience. The developer edition starts at $599 and aims to ship a little sooner, in September 2015. It's interesting to note that while Jibo is being described by its makers, in human terms, as having skills and being social, the design of the bot shies away from giving it facial features. Rather, the look is more anthropomorphized cartoon table lamp. That Jibo of course avoids the uncanny valley pitfall that designers of humanoid robots still run into, whereby the disconnect between how simultaneously similar and dissimilar a human-esque creation looks to a genuine, human eye lends it a sinister or otherwise unpleasant aura. By opting for a cartoonish design, which looks like it could have come straight off a drawing board in Pixar's animation studios, Jibo's makers are not only looking. We've asked Jibo Inc. for full details of its privacy policy and how it intends to use the data gathered by the devices in people's homes, and will update this post with any response. To appeal to families with kids but dressing up what is, in one sense, a tracking and monitoring terminal in reassuringly friendly clothing. But you're opting into being watched because you're getting something really useful in return, right? On the privacy point, the Indiegogo campaign page notes, guarding our users' privacy is something we take very seriously. We work hard to protect your information from unauthorized access and have designed policies and controls to safeguard the collection, use, and disclosure of your information. Today, Jibo Inc. announces that it's adding veteran researcher Michael I Jordan to its advisory board. Please subscribe to this channel. Jordan has been ranked as the most influential computer science researcher by the Allen Institute for Artificial Intelligence, and carries the superlative of the Michael Jordan of machine learning. Both literally and figuratively, Jibo's first product is a little stationary bot named, of course, Jibo. It's meant to sit on a kitchen counter and talk to you about the weather, or display a recipe on its screen when you prompt. Jordan sits on a few of these advisory boards already, mainly for software systems, but said that Jibo's potential as a research tool to accelerate AI research is what drew him to the company. Since Jibo only needs to actively learn about very specific topics, like its owners and surroundings in the home, the research can be very targeted specifically towards making those conversations better. It's a bot that doesn't sell you flowers and can't natively call you a ride, although third-party developers can make it capable of that. It's just a bot that has conversations and answers questions. AI doesn't really have a platform on which to develop these next level of interactive skills, this next level of intelligence, this next level of personalization, Jordan said. Jibo is fantastically suited to both driving and profiting from the next wave of AI research. Jordan thinks of artificial intelligence as a more abstract concept, beginning with the explosion of popularity in Google's initial search engine. Google built this vast network of information, but it was objective. It looked the same to everyone. We could tap into this intelligence out there, but it wasn't bringing anything to the user itself. The next step, beginning about 10 years ago according to Jordan, was personalization. Services could begin to track what users liked and disliked to better tailor results. That's where we are today, with smarter services like Google. Please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.